You know that I could use somebody.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be giving you a run through of the skin care products that I use. Figured first I'd just tell you a little bit about my skin. I've always had dry skin. I've never had oily skin. I sweat, but I don't have oily skin. So particular areas that get dry are my forehead, around my nose and across the top of my cheeks for some strange reason. And over the past, I would say 6 months, my skin's actually got a whole lot better on its dryness, and I think that's due to some of the products that I've been using, and also maybe having a more consistent skincare routine and just making sure, you know, I'm drinking more water and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So in the morning when I wake up, I only really use one product on my skin, and that will be a moisturiser. Now the moisturiser I've been using since the summer has been this simple Kind to Skin Protecting Moisture Cream. It has SPF 10 in it, and it has like no perfume, no colour, 2 vital vitamins and 3 skin loving ingredients. Now I really love the Simple brand. I think my skin's also quite sensitive, so I have to be careful, especially around the eye area, what products I'm using. But so far I've had no problems with the Simple range. So I just squeeze a generous amount of this onto my fingers and then just kind of slop it all over my face. So that's all I'll do in the morning. I will just apply some of this and then slather on all my makeup. However, if I get a shower in the morning, which I am very random as to when I take my showers, I will use 2 products. I will use this Body Shop Aloe Gentle Exfoliator for sensitive skin, and I believe it's got like it's got really tiny little beads in, which when you put them on your fingers you cannot feel it all because you know your fingers are fairly rough, but when you smooth it on my skin I can like feel it working. I'm like, ooh, it's not the best exfoliator in the world, but if I use anything like harsher then my skin's like, whoa, what are you doing to me? So I'll use this maybe once or twice a week. I won't use it very often because, you know, you don't want to exfoliate too much. And then the moisturiser I use, the face wash I use is the Kind to Skin Moisturising Face Wash, also by Simple, which is now dripping all over me. Then for nighttime, so I have kind of 3 separate nighttime routines that I will do. If I am having a normal face day, so, you know, just like normal everyday, can't be bothered to do anything that much, just when I go to bed, I will first take off my makeup with this Maybelline Express Care eye and lip makeup remover. You guys know how much I love these. I go through like 2 bottles a month because they're so friggin' tiny. Seriously, and I think they only sell these in Japan because when I was back in England I couldn't find them anywhere, and that's really sad because this is one of the only makeup removers I've ever tried that doesn't irritate my eyes. And it's just one, you know, where you have the 2 separate things and you shake it up, and you've got like oil and cleansing solution, and it manages to take all your makeup off. Any waterproof, it will eventually come off with this. The only problem I have with this is it does kind of leave a little bit of an oily texture on your skin, so if you have naturally like oily skin you probably wouldn't want this. But as I said, I'm all about hydration, so everything I use is to put moisture back into my skin, which explains why I use this. So this is the Bioderma toner. It's not the Creolin whatever. This is actually the toner, and it's the hydrating toner. So the hydrating toner comes in a blue bottle, and I just use this after I've used my makeup remover to kind of take off that oily residue, because you don't want to go to sleep with a whole bunch of oily residue on your skin. So I just use this, and it's a moisturizing toning lotion for sensitive dehydrated skin. It tones, renews, it tones and renews radiance. So this is like everything I could ever want in a little bottle. It's good for sensitive skin, it's good for dehydrated skin, it's a little bit of a toner, so you know it keeps everything nice and toned, as the name would suggest. And yeah, I really like this. Then I will apply a night cream, and this again is a Simple night cream. I'm not sponsored by Simple, I wish I was because I love their products, but this is just a really thick cream, and you kind of slather it on. Recently I've noticed, it might be because one day I left it without the lid on, but if you rub it in too much it starts to kind of, you know, when it like, how would you describe it, it kind of rubs off, so you get like all these little like bits of moisturizer, and it's really gross, and I have really flaky skin, so be careful with that. I would recommend having the lid on all times, but if you're lazy like me and you forget, you know, just kind of use less than you normally would. Then moving on to Sunday nights. Sunday nights is kind of like the night I'm like, okay, my skin, you know, it's been through a rough week, it needs a little bit of TLC. So after I've done these 2 steps, I will typically put on a mask. So Japanese masks normally come in a sheet mask variety. I have so many of these and I've slowly been working my way through, so I only have 4 left and I'm very proud of myself for that. Last night, for example, I used a royal milk tea one and it was interesting. The problem I have is I have a relatively small head. Actually, no, I don't. I have a normal sized head. These things are huge and I just cannot get them to stick on my face, so it's always like sliding down and the nose bit's down here and it's just ridiculous. And you're meant to sit with these on for 15 to 20 minutes. I normally sit for 5 before I get bored, and they're always really cold as well, which would be really nice if you were really hot, but when you're really cold as well, you're like putting on this cold, like wet piece of paper, and it's just not that pleasant. But once that's off, I kind of try and rub in residue, and then I'll remove the layer of residue that's left with this again. This stuff is great for just removing gross stuff. And then I will apply this. And now this is the L'Occitane Instant Hydration Mask in 3 minutes. Now I know I've talked about this before in my most disappointing products. So if you've been watching me for a long time, you'll be like, wait, what? You're completely contradicting yourself. And I know. I originally saw this in Fleur de Force's video when she said she uses it on the aeroplane. And I was like, oh, I go on aeroplanes a lot. I should check this out too to, you know, keep my skin nice and hydrated. And when I first tried it, I had that really dry skin on my cheeks, and I put it on and it stung so badly I had to take it off straight away, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a disappointment because I paid a lot of money for this and I can't use it because my skin's too sensitive. However, since my dry skin's got better, I have been able to use this, and I'm not actually sure if it works because I'm sure my skin feels the same before and after I put it on, but maybe deep down there it's doing something. But basically it's like a mask. It's kind of a weird, kind of like a gel consistency, and basically you just put a layer all over your skin, leave it on for 3 minutes, and then I just use a bit of this to remove it with a cotton pad, and supposedly it's hydrating my skin. So yeah, and then once that's over, I will then put a bit of moisturiser on. And there, my eyelash colour's falling off. That is my skincare routine. This has been an awfully long video, and I will make sure to see you in the next one. Bye!